Highest reported amount in Northeast Ohio.
And well, it's even worse around Buffalo, New York, where parts of the region got more than 4 feet of snow. That blizzard isn't done quite yet. A state of emergency remains in effect through Sunday. Since we're talking about weather, let's go over to Storm Team 2 meteorologist Steve Norris. He has a first check of your forecast. We've seen a few flakes of snow around here, Steve. Nothing like Western New York.
No, it's amazing. Orchard Park, of course, home of the Buffalo Bills. They were supposed to take on the Cleveland Browns there on Sunday. That game has now been moved to Detroit, Michigan, because they had 54 inches and counting of snow in Orchard Park. So pretty amazing there. You can see here on our satellite radar composite as we zoom in that very intense band of snow from Pomfret, New York up to just south of the Buffalo area. And it's not just Lake Erie. We're also seeing a very sharp band of lake effect snow off of Lake Ontario heading toward Watertown, New York. So very, very heavy snow. They are measuring it in feet, not inches there in western New York. Here in the Miami Valley, we just have some cloud cover out there right now, and it has been a chilly day. In fact, those wind chills today have been in the teens. As you can see right now, it feels like 16 degrees in Dayton and Springfield, 21 the wind chill in Springboro and Wright Pat, the wind chill at 18. Your forecast, if you're heading out this evening, bundle up. It will be cold. We do have some sunshine for the weekend, but not much of a warm up. I'll have that forecast just ahead.
All right, thanks, Steve. Feels like January 18th, not November 18th. You can have weather updates sent straight to your phone with the Storm Team 2 app. Just scan the QR code. It's on your screen right now. Use your smartphone camera. That'll take you to our website with links to download the app. Now at 6, state investigators are looking into a shootout that left one man dead and sent a sheriff's deputy to a hospital. It happened outside the Ross County Sheriff's Office in Chillicothe around 5 o'clock Thursday afternoon. In newly released surveillance video, you can see the gunman, 42-year-old Nicholas Mitchell, calmly walking up to the building before shots are fired. Mitchell died from his injuries while Ross County Sheriff Sergeant Eric Cochran remains in the hospital. This is the 55th officer-involved shooting that state agents have investigated so far this year.
Well, the woman who admitted to drowning her grandmother in Eaton is being held on $500,000 bond. Heidi Matheny is being held on a murder charge in the death of 93-year-old Alice Matheny. During her first court appearance Thursday, Heidi said she did not want a lawyer, but the court appointed one for her. Police say Matheny confessed to holding her grandmother's head underwater in her kitchen sink and later holding her grandmother's body underwater in a bathtub to make sure she was dead. Matheny told police she did it because she could not afford the cost of moving her grandmother to a nursing facility. Matheny is due back in court on Tuesday.
A Dayton man will spend the next 20 to 25 years in prison for trying to kill a woman in Greene County and driving away in her car. 21-year-old LaDayshawn Brown pleaded guilty Thursday to 5 counts, including attempted aggravated murder, aggravated robbery, and felonious assault. Back in September, authorities say Brown shot a woman at her Xenia Township home, then drove her car. The victim was treated at a hospital. Brown was caught a few hours later in Seneca County near Tiffin. 2 other men were also charged. Their cases are pending. Ohio's latest unemployment data shows the state added more jobs in October, but we also saw an increase in unemployment claims.
Experts say this is because fewer people are entering the labor force. 2 News reporter Nisha Pettyhome spoke with local experts. She's digging deeper into the latest unemployment data.
Ohio's unemployment rate in October was 4.2%, up from 4% in September. Experts say there are a variety of reasons for the increase, including layoffs and less people wanting to work.
So we still have people that haven't gotten back in the workforce that were pre-pandemic.
New data from the Ohio Department of Job and Family Services backs that up. The state's labor force participation dropped 61.5% in October.
It's still very high from the employer side. We still have a lot of companies that are still searching to get employment levels back up to where they were pre-pandemic.
242,000 people in the state were unemployed last month, up 10% from September.
We are below the national average when it comes to labor force participation rate.
Now, experts say there is still hope. With time, we could see employment rates back to where it was pre-pandemic. Experts say the jobs are there. It's a matter of getting everyone matched up, where people can find a right fit and regain a sense of normalcy. In the studio, I'm Nisha Pettyhome, 2 News, working for you.
Well, recent reports indicate inflation might finally be easing, which is good news for people searching for homes. Mortgage rates are coming down. 30-year fixed-rate mortgages dropped from 7.08 to 6.61% last week. According to Freddie Mac, that's the biggest weekly drop since 1981. Despite that decline, it's a stark difference from this time last year when rates were just over 3%.
That hope that the Federal Reserve won't raise interest rate has allowed mortgage rates to come back slowly down to a more reasonable rate than they were just a month ago.
Experts say some prospective home buyers still face challenges. Mortgage rates are expected to remain volatile for the rest of the year, and prices are still up in many areas. The good news, data shows 20% of listings nationwide have seen price cuts.
In a Pike County massacre trial of George Wagner IV, both the state and the defense rested their cases today. Jurors will get the next week off for Thanksgiving. They will then return November 28th for closing arguments. Wagner has pleaded not guilty in connection with the murders of 8 members of the Roden family in 2016. Wagner's mother and brother have already pleaded guilty to their roles in the killings. Wagner's father, Billy, was also charged, but has yet to stand trial.
The maps used by Ohio during the election 2 weeks ago will be redrawn. That's likely to happen when the new General Assembly takes place next year. Ohio's Supreme Court has ruled several sets of maps from the Redistricting Committee unconstitutional. Republican Representative Bill Seitz says that doesn't matter because Ohio is now a red state, so approved maps would not have made much of a difference in this year's midterm election. He says even in counties where Democrats should have won, Republicans flipped the seat. But Democratic Representative Allison Russo says gerrymandering worked how it was supposed to, increasing the Republican supermajority at the State House. And she says only 54% of Ohioans are Republican.
The legislature at this point, 67% of the House seats are going to be Republican, and almost over 80% will be Republican on the Senate side. That is not where Ohio is. Ohio continues to be a rigged state. Gerrymandering absolutely has an impact.
When you win every statewide executive office, all 3 Supreme Court races, the U.S. Senate race, those are statewide elections in which the Republicans won. Now, you cannot have a gerrymander if it's a statewide election.
Groups that have challenged previous maps say the redrawing process should not be political. Well, the Montgomery County Probate Court is celebrating National Adoption Day by finalizing 14 adoptions today. National Adoption Day is an effort to raise awareness of the need for permanent loving families for thousands of children in foster care. While they celebrate today's adoptions, they also want to encourage other families to consider adoption as well.
We're looking for people that are stable and care and have the financial resources to really provide a great home for these children. And I think the intentions by the end of it are always good.
There are about 408,000 children in foster care across the U.S. awaiting adoption, roughly 200 in Montgomery County alone.
Well, there's a police cruiser parked in front of the Oakwood Public Safety Building right now that happens to be filled with socks. No, it's not someone's laundry. It's actually all being donated to a good cause. Oakwood Police and the FOP are collecting children's socks for a charity called Shoes for the Shoeless. The goal of the Cram the Cruiser campaign is to make sure kids have proper footwear for the winter. And we are just getting started with 2 News at 6.
Here's still to come. 2 local universities getting a generous gift from Premier Health. Why these particular colleges were chosen as recipients. And a wannabe thief is thwarted, then shot. The 911 call about a catalytic converter and the car owner who stood his ground.
And then new at 10 on Dayton CW, celebrating the 5-year anniversary of a local nonprofit. How they have made a difference by serving nearly 200 families in Dayton.
is what's going on with the guy that you shot?
He was stealing my stuff. I told him to stop. He started fighting me. I told him if he didn't stop, I was going to shoot him. I shot him in the leg.
A Harrison Township man took the law into his own hands this afternoon, confronting an alleged thief with a saw who he says was trying to steal the catalytic converter from his car. When the car owner tried to call 911, that would-be thief attacked him and the owner shot him in the leg. County prosecutors are set to review this case to determine what charges might be appropriate. And Premier Health hosted the presidents of Central State University and Wilberforce University today. The two historically black universities received $25,000 checks from the 22nd annual African American Wellness Walk. That annual walk took place August 13th, and the University of Dayton's Daniel J. Curran Place. The goals of this year's walk were to support the financial, academic, and health needs at those two universities. The president of the university says they're blessed to get the money and it will be put to good use.
Dorm renovations, scholarships to support wellness. We have a mental health initiative, and so we will find ways to use this $25,000. I can assure you of that, and we are very, very pleased and honored to be a part of this partnership and very grateful for the generosity of Premier Health.
On-site health clinics and students who are studying health-related degrees will also benefit from this money, which will further strengthen the diversity and cultural competency of the healthcare workforce. And WDTN wants to recognize the great contributions women are making in the Miami Valley. Remarkable Women is part of a nationwide Nexstar Media initiative to honor the influence women are having on our community. We'll be highlighting 4 women who will be considered for Nexstar's 2023 Woman of the Year Award. To nominate someone who lives in the Miami Valley, head to WDTN.com and click on Remarkable Women under the Working for You tab. And coming up, Santa is making a pit stop at the Mall of Fairfield Commons in Beaver Creek tonight. Find out what other festivities are taking place and if you still have a chance to catch a glimpse of Jolly St. Nick.
And then also coming up, a trip to the high school football state Final Four on the line for a few of our area teams. Jack has a preview of this weekend's regional finals. That's straight ahead in 2 sports.
And snow across the eastern Great Lakes coming down by the foot. It's not snow here, it's the cold. We're heading for the mid-teens, the coldest air of the season so far, in store over the weekend.
Just 37 days until Christmas. It's Santa is making one of his first stops in the Miami Valley this season. The Mall of Fairfield Commons at Beaver Creek is hosting a parade that starts shortly. Actually, it started at 5 o'clock and it will last until 7. It will include live music, a reindeer petting zoo, crafts, desserts, and even hot chocolate. Chris Kringle himself will be available for photo ops after the parade.
Now, your Storm Team 2 forecast.
And good evening. I'm meteorologist Steve Norrison for Brian Davis, who has the rest of the evening off. And boy, chilly day today, and it's going to get very chilly as we head into the weekend. Let's take a look at the numbers so far for today, and it hasn't been all that warm. Our high temperature just 33 degrees, that after a morning low of 26. And well, that 26 may actually feel warm compared to where we're heading later on tonight. We're going to drop down into the mid-teens by early Saturday morning. Our normal high is 52, so running about 20 degrees below average for this time of the year. Your forecast for tonight, we're going to see mostly cloudy skies for the next several hours. 26 degrees at 7 o'clock. We'll be down to 24 at 9 o'clock. By 11 o'clock tonight, we'll be around 23 degrees. And as we head into the day tomorrow on Saturday, look at that. 8 o'clock in the morning, just 17 degrees. At noon, 30, and about 33 degrees at 5 o'clock. Here's a look at live Doppler 2 HD. We're dry here. As you can see, all the live sweeps up and running tonight, and not picking up any precipitation in the Miami Valley, although the satellite map obviously picking up the cloud cover, particularly across the northern half of the Miami Valley. But the big story, the weather story, has been and will continue to be through the weekend, the lake effect snow machine. Look at this as you get up to right around, well, Buffalo, New York, just south of Buffalo right now. Orchard Park, which is the home, of course, of Highmark Stadium, home of the Buffalo Bills, where they were supposed to play this weekend. 54 inches of snow and counting. This very intense lake effect snow band coming off of Lake Erie, also Lake Ontario right here, bringing heavy lake effect snow to Watertown, New York, all the way over to Tupper Lake in interior New York. So a lot of lake effect snow there. We're going to be watching this weak cold front. That will kind of be our weather maker, not much of a weather maker, but as we head into tomorrow evening, we may see a couple of snow showers associated with that cold front, and that will certainly bring a reinforcing shot of cold air. So lots of sunshine for the weekend, but it will be frigid. Highs or lows in the mid-teens, and highs are anywhere between 30 and 35. But at least we're going to see a rebound in terms of temperatures as we head into the Thanksgiving holiday. Much more mild next week. But look at these weekend numbers. 17 tomorrow morning, 15 on Sunday morning. Here's a live look from our Goodwill Easter Seals camera downtown. Things are quiet, but yeah, 26 degrees at the airport, a wind chill right now of 16 degrees, so dress for the teens as you head out and about this evening. Here's a look at temperatures, generally in the mid-20s right now, and you can see some of those wind chills way down there. 13 degrees in Bellefontaine, 15 degrees, the wind chill in Wapakoneta. So clouds tonight, clearing out gradually, and then as we head into the day tomorrow, I think we'll see mostly sunny skies, a few more clouds in the afternoon. Here comes the cold front, could bring us a couple of snow showers. Otherwise, we'll see lots of sunshine as we head into and through the day on Sunday. Tonight, dropping all the way to 17 with those skies clearing out after midnight. Tomorrow, 35, mostly sunny, a breezy Saturday. There you see Sunday cold as well. And then that nice rebound. We're going to be in the 50s as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday. Right now, just a slight chance of rain on Thanksgiving.
All right, thanks, Jack. Coming back after the break, Steve's going to have one final check of the forecast.
It's the holiday season. That's a time of giving, and we here at WDTN are doing our part. We're teaming up with Morris Home Furniture, River Valley Credit Union, and Greater Dayton RTA to collect food for those in need.
From now until December 24th, you can drop off non-perishable food items at participating locations or make a monetary donation at WDTN.com. Just go to Food for Friends. Under the Working for You tab, click Donate Today. Steve?
Well, we are going to see lots of sunshine throughout the weekend, but it is going to be a bit deceiving. Look at those temperatures, way below normal. We're going to drop to 17 tonight. Tomorrow's high just 35, down to 15 degrees Sunday morning with a high of 30 if we're lucky. But as we head into the Thanksgiving holiday, warming back into the 50s.
I'll take that.
Yeah, we will. Thank you, Steve. Thank you for joining us here tonight. NBC Nightly News is next.
And we're back at 10 on Dayton CW. Back here at 11, have some high school playoff highlights as well. Hope you join us. Have a great night.